All right, guys, we are back with the hat format Players Championship at Epic Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We got Tobi on the left playing Bujins versus Nate on the right playing Spellbooks. Looks like Nate won the roll. Starts out by summoning Blue Boy. So for those guys wondering how this Players Championship works, it's every 3 months at Epic they host a Players Championship for the top 8 players with the most points the previous 3 months. Get invited. It's an invite-only tournament. We get like extra prizes depending on if you make the top 4 or the finals. This is our 4th one. Now, this is the first time they've done hat, so we'll see. And Tobi, how many wins did Tobi get? I know Nate won twice in hat, but how many times did Tobi win in hat? I think Tobi won 3 times in hat. Yes, I think he won twice with Bujins, 1 with Mermail. So what's crazy is, some of you guys maybe have watched Nate play. He's been playing wind-ups while Tobi's been playing Mermails as of late on the channel in hat format. But they both went back to their original decks, Bujins and Spellbooks now. So Tobi crows the Master's target, and now Nate books the Bujin Turtle. Now this is a bad matchup for Tobi, so we'll see if he can pull it off. So here comes Eternity from Nate, grabs back Secrets, activates Secrets. And searches Wisdom to play around the back row. Now, who am I going to root for? Because I will be playing the winner of these two. Because another thing I want to mention, the 1 seed gets to choose who his opponent will be in the Players' Championship. So the 8 players who qualify were myself, Tobi, Nate, Creighton, Ryanide, Donnell, YCS champ Dennis Nalas, and who was the other one? And Jimmy Nguyen. But you get to choose your opponent. If you're the 1 seed, you get to choose your opponent right before basically the day of the tournament. So I knew Jimmy wasn't going to be there, so I picked him, and I got a bye. So I'm going straight to top 4. And yeah, I'm going to be facing the winner of these two. Anyways, here comes Pot of Duality from Tobi. And compulses the Blue Boy, and Nate's going to Wisdom, probably because he has Fate down there. So here, Tobi normal summons Bujin Hair. It feels like I haven't done commentary. I think the reason is these two stopped playing, so I feel a little bit rusty with these 2 decks. All right, so he attacks. I guess I've been doing a lot more Edison lately, so yes, the Hair attacks over Blue Boy. I'm just noticing how much longer the matches are in hat format compared to like Edison and Goat, even Tengu. Just the game is just so much more complex. Even though the matches don't last as long, like turns-wise, they don't last as long, but the gameplay is just much longer. Okay, so he grabs Tower and passes back to Tobi. Second duality reveals Hair, Honest, and Solemn Warning, so he grabs the Warning. Now, as far as who am I going to root for? I'm playing Sylvans, so I'd rather play against Nate than Tobi's deck. Tobi's deck's I've struggled. I've actually lost twice in the finals to the Bujins. One of those losses was to Tobi, and Tobi beat me like twice in top 4. I remember we're at a Winamat at a regional. He beat me like twice, back to back. So yeah, I'd rather face Nate. But this is one of Tobi's worst matchups. So here he fates the Hair, summons Yamato, sets the Warning, and phase Yamato. But Nate has Tower, so if he can just recycle the Fate, it's not going to matter what Tobi sends here with Yamato. So adds Hair, sends Hair to the graveyard. I always say you should shuffle your hand, but I think most people play 2 Hair. So anyway, standby phase Tower, put Fate at the bottom of the deck, draw 1 card. He just drew Crescent, which I believe is dead. That's one of the weaknesses of Crescent is you have to have no spellbooks. I think you have to have no spellbook spell cards in your graveyard. So sometimes it can be dead. Okay, he normal summoned Maxi. That's hilarious. He goes for Herald of Pure Light. I forgot what this card does. We'll see. Okay, so he attaches a material, add Blue Boy to hand, and then I think you shuffle a card back into... Yeah, see, even Nate has to read his own card. And that makes me feel better. I think he shuffles one card back into his deck. Yeah. That's what I thought. So you add one card from your graveyard to your hand, and then you shuffle a card back into the deck. Pretty good. Adding back, well, he already normal summoned, so that's the only issue. He's going to go Downer Magician. I know this card very well. I talk about this all the time. Burning Abyss is one of my most hated decks of all time. And people always ask me why. It's because the deck wouldn't die. Like, most decks don't survive that long in the meta. I can't think of, at least when I played, I can't remember a deck that lasted as long as BA as one of the top decks. And like every time that we would get a ban list, they would like barely touch BA, or sometimes wouldn't even touch it at all. And then the other top decks would get just destroyed by the ban list. Like the one that stands out was like, I remember Pepe format, which is one of my all-time favorite formats. They just destroyed, they didn't destroy the deck, but they gave it an emergency ban list. And then BA became a top deck again. So anyways, here he cranes over the Downer Magician. Oh, no, I'm not. Where's Herald of Pure Light? Not purple light, pure light. Yes, target one monster in your graveyard. Add that target, add it to your hand, then shuffle one card from your hand into the deck. Okay, so it has to be a monster. And you can shuffle any card. Okay, so Tobi, standby phase, tower from Nate. So now he can summon that blue boy. It's not looking... Oh, he has to set a monster? What, he set the blue boy? This is not looking good for Tobi. Here comes Tenki. Well, now it is. Does he play a random bear? Would you play a random bear in Bujins? I don't know. So he grabs a second Yamato. Speaking of Winamat, that Light and Darkness Dragon mat Tobi's playing on, he beat me to get that mat. Again, he beat me in top 4 of 2 Winamats. So I don't have that lad mat. I just can't get it. I've tried. I've gotten close many times, but... Okay, let's see what Tobi will do. So he decides to XYZ summon into... He decides to go for Susanoo, or Susan. That's what I call it. Susan, activate the effect. And here comes Trap Trick Trap Hole Nightmare. And Tobi chains Hair to Nightmare's effect. So Hair will protect it from being destroyed, but his effect is still negated by Nightmare. Did he not attack? Could he not attack? What happened? I don't know. I must have missed something. So, standby. Tower. Draw 1. Okay. I don't know what it is. Nate really likes hat format. Even though he's not playing one of the traditional hat decks in Spellbooks and wind-up artifacts. I mean, I guess artifacts is a... When I think of Spellbooks, I think of 2013, early 2014. I don't think about it in hat format. And same thing with Windows, I think of 2012. So it's just weird that he's on those two decks. You would think he would gravitate more towards, like, you know, obviously Dino Rabbit format, which is a format that I wouldn't mind playing. I know people will say it's not a very skillful format, but I think it's a fun format. Okay, so here, Nate summons Justice, activates Eternity. What's his set monster, though? So Eternity, what's he going to grab back? Chooses Master. Masters, reveal the Dead Crescent to probably copy Eternity to grab back Secrets. Activate Secrets. Search Power. Or thinking about searching Power. What's Nate's set monster? Is it not Blue Boy? Is it a Dead Max C? What is it? Because Tobi I think Tobi didn't attack last turn. Okay, so here comes Power. attacks over Yamato for... That's first damage. Okay. 7. Adds Spellbook of Fate. Already 2 of Tobi's Yamatos are gone. This has been a long game 1. It's just Spellbook matches can take a while. Here comes Fate. Banish Power, Secrets, Masters to get rid of the Susanoo. End phase, Banish, Justice to grab Secrets, and High Priestess. Pass to Tobi. Let's see if I think Tobi has Honest in his hand, which is not going to help him here. And again, in hat format, Tobi with 3 wins, Nate with 2. But I think they both have 5 wins total on the channel. I think. Yeah, they do. They both have 5 wins. But so these two have proven they can win more than once in 2 different formats. So Tobi won 3 times. No, he won 3 times in hat, twice in Edison, while Nate has won 3 times in Edison, twice in hat. Okay, so here comes Tobi with the Yamato set to back row and passes to Nate. Yeah, I remember because when I showed up to the Players Championship and I saw Tobi and Nate, I was like, you both switched decks. It was surprising. Here comes Crescent from Nate. And he adds Secrets, or he's revealing Secrets. Secrets, Master, and Wisdom. Okay, so a lot of the times it just comes down to what you hit off Crescent. Usually I roll a dice. That's like... Uh-oh. Nate's dropping his cards. Okay, so I would roll a dice. So he just chose the middle one. The other 2 get shuffled into the deck. All right, let's see. Did Nate draw Blue Boy? Well, I mean, we'll know. So it was Secrets, Masters, Wisdom. So he's Special Cyber Dragon. What? In hat format? Do you cite that for Girgia? I don't know. Crane, yep. So he gets craned here. Now he's going to set 1. So he probably hit the Wisdom off the... He could have hit Masters as well. He either hit we know now he did not hit Secrets off the Crescent, most likely. That's my guess. So end phase Yamato. And he's going to dump the turtle. Not the hair. All right. Passes to Nate. And here, Nate. Specials another side. Come on, Nate. Did you pull out your Edison side deck or what? I'm just kidding, guys. A second Crane. Nate must have pulled out he must have accidentally put his Edison side deck in his spellbook deck. Because why is there 2 Cyber Dragons? Okay, I'm just kidding, guys. All right, so Yamato attack over... Oh, yeah, see, I think Nate drew all his side cards. So now we know he didn't accidentally pull out his Edison side deck. What is that? Was Cycle Reader even out during Edison format? I don't think so. I don't think it was. Ally of Justice Cycle Reader. All right, Yamato attack. It came out. Oh, it wasn't. Yeah, that card was not legal. So, yeah, that card came out like a few months after Edison, I believe. All right, so Tobi with the Anti-Spell Fragrance. People have actually been thinking about citing that card in Edison format recently to stop the Gigavice deck. I've always been a huge fan of that card. Depending on what deck you're playing. Like, I remember during 6 Samurai format, one of my friends playing Black Wings would he was main decking anti-spell fragrance and Delta Crow in his Blackwing deck. So he would go like fragrance, and then they would set all their spells and then Delta Crow. All right, so here Tobi uses Yamato and decides to discard the Crow with Yamato's effect. And Nate concedes, so we are going... Yeah, Nate just drew all his side deck. We are going to Game 3. Nate versus Tobi, who will move on to the semifinals of our 4th Players' Championship. The previous 2 winners were the Sheriff Los. He won the first 2 Players' Championships. And he was the 1 seed. I think Los was the 1 seed all 3 times for the first 3. Yeah, he was. He was the 1 seed for the first 3, but he finally lost the 3rd Players' Championship. In the semifinals, he lost to the eventual winner, Joey Lynch. Joey Lynch beat me in the finals of the last Players' Championship. But he did not qualify this time. He didn't play as much this season. All right, so let's see. I kind of left this side portion in. I normally don't, but... All right, Game 3. Will Tobi pull off the Legacy 2-0? I think one of the reasons Tobi picked... I don't know why Nate chose Spellbooks, but I think Tobi picked up Bujins because I think he feels more confident with Bujins than Murmurs. I think he knows that if he plays... Because Tobi knows in order for him to win the tournament, I think he knew going in that he was going to have to face me eventually. Because I'm going straight to top 4. So he went with the deck that had a better matchup versus Sylvan's. So I get it. I get why he chose Bujins. Now, Nate, as far as... I think Nate was better off maybe sticking with windups. But we'll see. We'll see who will get to top 4. Who will be waiting for me there. All right. So here he secrets, masters, and gets Crow, and then activates. Activates Tower. Summons Mikazuchi. I will say this. Spellbooks Max Rarity is a nice looking deck with ulti secrets, ulti blue boys. He books his blue boy. Blue boy will flip. Chalice is the blue boy. So, Chalice coming in clutch 2 games in a row. But it looks like Tobi did not open Yamato. I wish he drew like this against... Tobi always draws Yamato against me every time we play. I just expect it. Like, to me, I get shocked when Bujins don't open Yamato. Let's see. Where's the Yamato? No Yamato, man. I mean, they play 3 Yamato, 3 Tanky, 3 Duality. So maybe he should play Upstart as well. I always say this deck can't win without Yamato. And now Tobi got Torrential. And Standby. Tower. Activate Deep Fissure. Okay, so Nate's hand's not that good. He finally drew the Yamato. Needed that like a turn earlier. But it's actually not looking too bad for Tobi. He's got hair in the graveyard. If you can apply... But the problem is that's the one thing about Bujins. They can't really apply quick enough damage. Yeah, he can activate it. You just have to have no Spellbook spell cards. Book of Moon is not a Spellbook spell card. So Secrets, Eternity, and another Crescent. Why another Crescent? He doesn't have a spellcaster. Okay, so... Oh, in case... I see. I think he did this in case... In case if he misses, then he has a Crescent for next turn. Okay, I see. I think that's why he did it. Maybe he doesn't have a spellcaster. Because he can't even Crow you because of the D-Fissure. So you're not afraid of Crow. My guess is he did this because in case... His hand must be bad. Tobi just drew anti-spell. Yep. Tobi's got Crane. Summon Crane. I mean, Torrential's gone. Torrential's limited. The only thing you're afraid of is Mirror Force. I think you got to start doing damage before Nate can draw out of this. Trying to go for the Exciton Knight? Oof. What would I do in this situation? Do you just go for damage? Yeah, see, I don't think this is bad. Just go for the damage. Leave him at 28. Does Crane have to go to the graveyard? Is it like an honest? Most likely it is. Anyways, here he breakthrough skills the Yamato. Chains MST to the anti-spell. Activate Tower. So he draws. So now he can play the Crescent. If he hit the Crescent last turn, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. It is a cost. So no, he cannot use Crane under D-Fissure because it's a cost. All right. So it's like a Kalut, honest type of thing. Tobi's got Bujin Carnation. So yeah, Tobi could win this game, even though it's probably his worst matchup. But Nate's got the Priestess. So now reveal 3. Special summon a... Oh no, I thought he had another Priestess. Here comes Power. Again, Power doesn't have to send to the graveyard. It's not like Ashura, so he'll still get the effect even though the monsters are getting banished. And, checking his grave. Attack over Crane for... Oh yeah, it gets banished. Activate. Yet, not looking good for our boy. He's going to grab Eternity. Now, do you search Fate? He grabs Eternity. Activate Eternity. Grab back Secrets. Activate Secrets. Do you need Wisdom? Okay, so he adds Master. He can't crow you, so yeah. Master's copy Secrets. Add Blue Boy. He's that normal summoned. Yep, summon Blue Boy. Grab. Someone was telling me about triple power. It was at RBTLA. If you're watching, who was it? He was telling me he's on triple power. I never seen anyone play triple power. I see people play 2 power. I've never seen anyone play 3, and he was telling me about triple power. I love Spellbook of Power. I did play Spellbooks for a little bit years ago. I've told this story before, but I topped the very first ARG Circuit series in 2013 with Spellbooks. Now, this was without Judgment Day, but... So I played a very similar version to the deck Nate's playing. Except I had 3 Fate. That's like the only difference. But I didn't have Judgment Day, because that card got banned almost immediately. Okay, so here comes... Oh, Tank. So what are you afraid of if you're Nate? Exciton Knight? Probably. That's what I would be afraid of, is Exciton Knight. Maybe Susanoo. So if Tobi tries to go for Exciton Knight, do you care? Now I remember you have to control no monsters to use Bujin Carnation, so Yamato attack. Nate activates Fate, the ulti Fate. What's going on? So I guess Nate's just debating on how many he's going to banish. So I guess he's going for the Book of Moon, books his Blue Boy. Attacks, so Blue Boy will search. What did he reveal off of for the priest? Did he reveal life already? Does he have life in his hand? Now let's see what Tobi decides to do. He chose to set a monster. But you leave him with a High Priestess up. So now I guess you can go for Turtle or Hare here. But I think he has a Hare in the graveyard. Oh, they're wondering, can he use Yamato? Yeah, I think you can. It'll just get banished. Bujin Yamato. Yeah, that's what I thought. It'll just get banished. 61-28. Nate draws. Standby phase. Put back Spellbook of Fate. Draw. Activate. No, you can't. You can't Crescent. Okay, good. Oh, wait, what happened? Did he put the Fate back in his hand? Wait. Yeah. The Fate's in his deck. Okay, they caught it. Good. Here comes Secrets. It's okay. There's a little pressure here trying to win the Players' Championship. I felt it too whenever I played. It felt a little different than a normal local, to be honest. All right, so here he comes. Justice, Power, activate Priestess, pop the Yamato. Can he not use the hair? What happened to his hair? Did he use his hair already? He might have used the hair already. He sent another Yamato, search his fate. Yeah, this is just, I don't think. I know Tobi's got Bujin Carnation, so maybe that's why he didn't use it. Yeah, I don't see how Tobi wins. I don't think you can make Exciton with Bujin Carnation. Maybe he's just trying to get... Let me go look up Bujin Carnation. I know Bujin Carnation has some restrictions. Like, if your opponent controls a monster, you control all monsters. I knew that one. Target one Bujin monster in your graveyard and one of your banished Bujin monsters. Special summon both targets. They cannot be used as an XYZ material for an XYZ summon except for the XYZ summon of a Beast Warrior, Winged Beast. So Nate is moving on to the semifinals to face yours truly. I wonder how Tobi would have done if he had played his Mermail deck. Would he have had a better shot against Bujin with Mermail? I don't know the matchup well enough to make that judgment. I really don't know. But also, Nate and I face in the semifinals of the last Players' Championship. So we'll see if Nate gets his revenge and knocks me out this time. Hope you guys enjoy that match. And check out the link in the description. I have a coupon code for 5% off Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles and product at Epic Cards and Games. The code is my first and last name, Oscar Zelaya, one word, all caps. Yep, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.